Have you ever watched someone drive a manual transmission car like they're conducting an orchestra, feet dancing, hand shifting, and thought, what on earth is happening? You're definitely not alone. Welcome. Today, we're demystifying the manual transmission. Whether you're just curious, thinking about learning to drive stick, or wondering what all those extra pedals are actually doing. A manual transmission might look like a puzzle at first glance, but it's really just a clever mechanical dance to help your engine and wheels work together efficiently. It's not magic, just good old physics and engineering. By the end of this video, you'll grasp what a manual transmission actually does, how all the parts high-five each other when you shift gears, and why driving one feels totally different than an automatic. Let's dive in. What a transmission does. Your car's engine is a master of one thing: rotation. It creates rotational power, or torque, most efficiently within a specific ARPM range. But here's the thing. Your wheels don't always want to spin at the same speed as your engine. Imagine trying to run a marathon at a sprint pace. It'd be exhausting. That's where the transmission steps in. Its job is to take the engine's rotational power and adjust it based on how fast you're going and how much oomph you need. It's the ultimate middleman, making sure the engine and wheels stay in sync, even when they're doing very different jobs. Think of it like riding a bicycle. Starting from a stop, you need an easy gear so you don't feel like you're pedaling through quicksand. But once you're cruising, that same gear would have your legs flailing comically. So you shift to a harder gear, and suddenly, life is smooth and efficient. Manual transmissions do the same thing for your car, but you're the one telling it when to change. Lower gears give you more torque, perfect for getting off the line or tackling hills. Higher gears reduce torque, but boost speed. Ideal for highway cruising without making your engine scream like it just saw a spider. In short, the transmission keeps your engine happy while ensuring your car moves exactly how you want it to. It's a balancing act between power and speed, and with a manual, you're the master of that balance. Basic components of a manual transmission. Now that we know the what, let's peek under the hood. The clutch. The clutch. That third pedal that sends shivers down some spines. Its main gig is to temporarily disconnect the engine from the wheels. This means you can change gears without your car throwing a fit or grinding like a broken coffee machine. When you press the clutch pedal, you're essentially telling the engine, hold on a sec, I need to switch things up. Release it, and the engine and transmission happily reconnect, and power flows again. Think of the clutch as a handshake between the engine and wheels. Press the pedal, and the handshake pauses. Let go, and they're back to business, hopefully smoothly, or you'll get a little lurch of shame. The flywheel. This unsung hero is a heavy metal disc attached to the engine's crankshaft. It spins with the engine and helps store momentum, like a tiny mechanical superhero storing energy. The clutch presses against it to engage and disengage power. You won't see it, but it's the rhythm section of your car's powertrain, keeping everything smooth. The gearbox, aka transmission housing. This is where the magic happens. Inside this sturdy box are the actual gears, input shafts, output shafts, and multiple gear sets. Each set gives you a different ratio of speed to torque, like a low gear for pulling power and a high gear for chilling out on the highway. When you shift, you're literally sliding different gears into place inside this box. It's surprisingly physical. The shifter. That stick in the middle of your car, that's your gear selector. It's directly linked to the gearbox, and when you move it, you're telling the car exactly which set of gears you want engaged. It's not just for looks. It's your direct line to the inner workings of the drivetrain. Synchronizers. These little rings make gear changes smooth. Without synchronizers, shifting would be a clunky, loud affair, and you'd hear a lot more grinding. They perfectly match the speed of the gear you're shifting into, so everything clicks into place instead of colliding. You'll never see one, but you'll feel their genius every time you nail a shift. How it works. Step by step. All right, we've met the crew, now let's see them in action. What actually goes down when you shift gears in a manual car? Let's walk through a typical gear change from, oh no, I need a new gear, to nailed it. Step 1. You press the clutch pedal. The instant your foot goes down on that third pedal, the clutch disengages. That means your engine and wheels are no longer directly connected. It's like putting a phone call on hold while you switch to a different line. No power flow for a brief moment. Step 2. You move the shifter. With the clutch down, you slide the shifter from one gear to another, say, from first to second. Inside the gearbox, this movement slides a selector, telling the transmission, hey, I want this gear ratio now. Thanks to those awesome synchronizers, the gear you're aiming for gently matches the speed of the one you're leaving, so everything meshes perfectly. Without the clutch pressed, those spinning gears would clash like a bad DJ set. Step 3. You release the clutch pedal. As you lift your foot off the clutch disc re-engages with the flywheel, reconnecting the engine to the transmission. If you do it smoothly, power flows seamlessly. But if you let go too fast, or at the wrong engine speed, your car might lurch forward like a startled kangaroo, or simply stall out, leaving you feeling a bit sheepish. This clutch release moment is where many beginners feel the pressure. It's a delicate dance between giving the engine gas and letting the clutch out just right. Too fast and your car bucks. Too slow and you'll just rev your engine without going anywhere. But when you get it right, pure bliss. Step 4. Power flows through the new gear. Now that you're fully engaged in the new gear, the engine's power is flowing through a different set of gears, altering your torque to wheel speed ratio. Lower gears give you more pulling power, great for city driving, while higher gears are more efficient for cruising. This is why shifting up at the right time makes your drive feel smooth, and shifting down helps you slow the car without wearing out your brakes. Why manual transmissions? Feel different to drive. If you've driven a manual or even just watched someone, you know it feels nothing like an automatic. Why? Because you're doing the heavy lifting. An automatic normally hides from you. With a manual, you decide when to shift. You control the clutch engagement. You feel every little nuance because you're making it happen. That extra layer of involvement turns driving into something active. It's not just pushing pedals. It's timing, coordination, and constant feedback. You become part of the machine. There's also the physicality. You're using all 4 limbs. Right foot on gas, left foot on clutch, right hand on shifter, left hand probably white-knuckling the steering wheel those first few times. It feels alive, mechanical, and deeply connected. Even the mistakes are part of the charm. Stall the car? You learn. Miss a gear? You feel it. Every misstep is a lesson, and eventually, the lurches turn into glides, and the stress transforms into a beautiful rhythm. For many, that connection, that feeling of truly driving the car, is the whole reason they love manuals. It's not faster or easier, but it's undeniably more engaging. Wrap up. So there you have it. Manual transmissions aren't some ancient art passed down by gear-obsessed wizards. They're clever mechanical systems designed to give you control over your car's power. To recap, the transmission matches your engine's power to your wheel's needs, more torque for starting, more speed for cruising. A manual puts you in control of that balance using the clutch, shifter, and your own excellent timing. Inside, you've got gears, shafts, synchronizers, and a flywheel all working in harmony, plus that clutch pedal to temporarily disconnect things for shifting. And while there's a learning curve, once it clicks, driving stick becomes second nature and honestly quite addictive, whether you're just curious, learning, or trying to understand your car-obsessed friend's rambling. Hopefully, this gave you a clear, approachable look at what's going on under the hood and under your feet. And here's a fun fact. Some new drivers still learn manual by choice, not necessity. Why? Because in a world of smooth, quiet automatics, there's still something deeply satisfying about being the one who tells the engine what to do and when. Thanks for watching.